Hello students, in this class we will discuss about the chapter material cost control, and in this we will be discussing the method of cost control, economic order quantity, EOQ. Now what is EOQ? What is economic order quantity? It is to decide that how much of an item to buy at one time. It is one of the most common and still frequently undersolved question of inventory control that businessmen face. So if we purchase a lot size, problems are there to to take care of that inventory and the methods of analyzing them. So before we decide how to compute an order quantity, we must have in mind some objectives to be satisfied, some goals to be met in inventory control, and these goals are often implicit. The prime objective of the computation of the order quantity for an item is to minimize or make as small as possible some of the cost associated with order quantity. There are two costs which are involved. One is ordering cost and another is called carrying cost. The other names of ordering cost are procurement cost, acquisition cost, replenishing cost, and the other names of carrying costs are holding cost, possession cost, and retention cost, etc. Now, what is ordering cost? Each time the material is ordered, certain costs incidental to generating and processing an order and its related paperwork are incurred. Examples are salaries of procurement officers and clerical staff, the costs of supplies such as forms for purchasing, receiving, and accounting, blueprints, envelopes, stationery, and so forth, and the cost of services such as telephones, telegraphs, and postage expended in procuring materials, etc. One way to compute the cost of a single order is to sum up all the annual cost given and divide the result by the number of orders placed each year. The other approach to measure these costs may to follow typical orders and requisitions through all the handling steps and then noting the time required in each process, supplies used, indirect cost incurred such as telephone or postage. The important point in this regard is that they should be roughly correct and they accurately reflect the types that of our pocket cost which could be affected. Now there is another cost, that is carrying cost. The carrying of materials in inventory is expensive. Actually, the annual cost of carrying a production inventory averages approximately 25% of the value of the inventory. The following costs are inventory costs such as interest charge on the investment, insurance cost, property taxes, storage cost, obsolescence and deterioration cost. So, the inventory costs, carrying costs relating to inventory control may include cost of handling product in and out of inventory storage, such as rent and heat, insurance and taxes, etc. So, the formula for computing EOQ is under root 2AO upon IC, where A stands for annual usage in physical units, in units annual demand. O stands for cost of ordering cost for one order in rupees, and I stands for inventory carrying cost of holding physical units in stock in 1 year in 1%, and C is equal to cost of physical units in rupees. So this is the formula for computing economic order quantity. Now I can explain you with one practical example. You note down that there is a manufacturer who purchases 1600 units of a certain component from Mr. X. His annual usage is 1600 units. Note down, 1600 units is annual usage. The order placing cost is rupees 100. Note down, rupees 100 per order. O is rupees 100. A is 1600 units. And the cost of carrying one unit for a year is 10% of cost per unit, which is rupees 80. So cost per unit is rupees 80 and carrying the cost annually is 10%. Okay. Now you have to calculate the economic order quantity. So you will be writing first of all the formula, that is under root 2AO upon IC, and then you will be putting the figures in that formula. So A stands for annual usage, that is 1600. So 2 into 1600 and ordering cost is rupees 100 per order. So 2 into 1600 into 100 and upon 10% of rupees 80. So 10% of 80 is 8. So, 16 to the 32. So, 32,000, 33 lakh 20,000 upon 8 amounts to 40,000, and under root of 40,000 is equal to 200 units. So, EOQ is equal to 200 units. So, I think it's clear to you that EOQ is 200 units. Then when 200 units will be purchased in a lot, then the ordering cost and carrying cost will be equal and the total cost will be minimum. So, EOQ is decided at that point where ordering cost and carrying cost are equal and the total cost is minimum. I can explain you with one more example. Note down the example. A factory requires 1500 units of an item per month. You should note down, it is per month requirement is given. Each costing rupees 27. Cost per unit is rupees 27. The cost per order is rupees 150 and the inventory carrying charges work out to 20% of the average inventory. So you are to find out the EOQ and the number of orders per year. Okay. So there are two questions in this. One is that you are to calculate the EOQ and the other is you are to calculate number of orders per year. So formula is clear to you, that is EOQ is equal to under root of 2AO upon IC. So first of all we will have to compute the annual demand. Here in this question you are given monthly demand, that is 1500 units per month. So you are to calculate annual demand, that is 1500 into 12, that is amount to 18,000 units. Now you have to put in the formula 2 into 18,000, ordering cost is 150. So 2 into 18,000 into 150, and then you have to divide it by your cost per unit is 27 and carrying cost, annual carrying cost in percentage given is 20%. So you have to calculate 20% of 27, that is 5.4, and then you have to multiply 2 into 18,000 into 150. So it amounts to 54 lakh. So under root of 54 lakh upon 5.4. So when we divide 54 lakh by 5.4, we get 10 lakh, and when we compute under root of 10 lakh, we get EOQ is equal to 1000 units. So economic order quantity is 1000 units. So when we will be ordering 1000 units at a time, our ordering cost and carrying cost will be equal and the total cost will be minimum. Ordering cost, carrying cost plus total purchase cost. Purchase cost is 27 into 18,000 and ordering cost is orders given. Ordering cost per time will be 1000 into 150. So it amounts to 15,000 and carrying cost will be 5.40. We will be dividing 1000 because by 2, because we won't be carrying 1000 the whole month. So 1000 upon 2 into 5.4 will be your, it is 500 into 5.4, that amounts to carrying cost. So this is your carrying cost will be ordering cost will be you have to give how much orders. First of all you have to calculate number of orders. So number of orders will be 18,000 divided by 1000. 18,000 is annual demand and annual demand divided by EOQ is equal to number of orders per year. So 18,000 divided by 1000, it amounts to 18 orders. So 18 orders will be given in a year in order to fulfill the annual demand of 18,000 units. So ordering cost in a year amounts to 18 into 150 amounts to 2700. Carrying cost will be half of 1000 into 5.4, that is equal to 2700. So then in this question they both are equal. Okay, and purchase cost is 18,000 into 27, 4,86,000. So it is clear to you. Thank you.